So here we have the brand new fragrance from the brand Goldfield and Banks. This is an Aussie brand. Of course, there's so much love for fragrances like Pacific Rock Moss and Ingenious Ginger and Sunset Hour. And I certainly have my favorites from the brand, but in today's Cephalabon contributor video, I'm going to be talking to you about the brand new release, Mystic Bliss. I'm also going to let you in on a very special giveaway opportunity, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's episode and I give you my thoughts on Mystic Bliss by Goldfield and Banks, I will talk to you about the smell, the notes, performance, longevity, comparisons. What are the ingredients or notes that really pop up off my skin, the ones that are the most noticeable, to me at least. But before I dive into the review, I do want to mention that if you're a fan of fragrance-related content, and of course, if you love smelling your best, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give this video a thumbs up for the algorithm. It would really mean a lot to me. So, if you want to participate in the giveaway, please do. At least this way you have the opportunity to smell this one and own it and wear it. There's going to be a giveaway at cephalabon.com. It's going to be the first link down below in the description box. It's a really simple process. All you have to do is become a registered reader and drop a comment on the article. It's super easy. Just make sure to check back on over to the website on the date that's mentioned in the article, because that's when the winner is going to be announced. So you want to make sure that you do not miss your opportunity to claim your prize. It would be quite unfortunate. So please participate. Mystic Bliss. So the name is pretty cool. Take a look at these ingredients. Kunzia, frankincense, pink pepper, cardamom, immortelle, mint, clary sage from France, caramel, geranium, fig, orris, cassis, cedarwood, Spanish labdanum, and sandalwood. So it seems like we're going in a few different directions here. It seems like it's going to be fruity at times with the fig. It seems like it's going to be woodsy at times with the sandalwood. It seems like it's going to be floral. It has that creamy iris in here, but it also has the incense, the pink pepper, the spices like cardamom. So honestly, just looking at the bottle, sometimes the color gives away what it's going to smell like. That's not the case here, right? I was totally surprised when I smelled this for the first time. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think this is one that has versatility. I think this is one that a lot of people are going to be enjoying all year round. And so it's not one that I could comfortably say is catered towards one season or another. And I think this is the thing that's really going to be working in this perfume's favor. Nevertheless, I'm going to give you my thoughts on the smell, the versatility, all that good stuff in just a little while. Let's start things off with a quick look at the presentation first. So right in the opening of this fragrance, my goodness, you are going to get a combination of the spice, the fig, and the iris. I just have to start with that, right? You're going to get a combination of the iris, the fig, and the cardamom. So it opens up a little spicy, but not overwhelming. Certainly, I've tried a lot of other cardamom-based fragrances, and they can be quite abrasive, right? That's not what's happening in here, right? So the spices are very mild-mannered as well, right? They're not aggressive or assertive or out there. But you are going to get a combination of the iris and the fig. So it's very creamy, it's very velvety, but not powdery. And I think that's a good thing for a lot of people. Some people like the smell of powder, some people don't. This one has the iris, it has that creamy vibe in it, and it's almost lactonic, you know? And I was doing a little bit of research on the Kunzia ingredient, and that's very interesting as well. I'm going to leave a few articles down below if I remember, so you can read up on it yourself. It's a very interesting ingredient. I don't have too much experience with it, so I don't know what kind of an effect it has in this perfume. Despite the research, I just, I would love to smell the raw material on its own. For me personally, I get a lot of the iris. I don't get a lot of incense. I don't get frankincense. For me, it's always had a lemony pine smell. I don't get that, but I get iris and fig. And of course, fig can come across smelling a bit coconutty, a bit lactonic, and that's what you're going to get here, right? So almost think like Le Beau, Le Parfum. Think other like creamy iris coconut fragrances. This one is so good, right? And then, of course, in the dried down cedarwood, Spanish labdanum, sandalwood, I get that creamy vibe in the dry down. So I'm inclined to say that, okay, yes, I am getting the sandalwood. But as far as it being like ambery or resinous with the labdanum and anything else, I'm not really getting that. The longevity is there, which is good. 8 hours longevity. And that bright, almost like fruity, creamy vibe is established right in the opening, but it's kept in there throughout the transition of the fragrance. So it's one of those things that never goes away. And I think that's really interesting too. So does it give off tropical vibes? Kind of, right? If you think of like fig and, spices and all of these things as being something that is kind of exotic, and, there is that sort of bright, airy quality in the opening that makes it kind of appropriate for some of the warmer months of the year, maybe not full-blown summer, because there is just a tiny bit of sweetness in here. So maybe spring, fall, I think is going to be a great time to wear this one as well. And it's a very complex fragrance, and I appreciate that for it. Something like Ingenious Ginger has a lot of vanilla to me, right? It opens up very sharp and bright, but then it also has a lot of vanilla. Something like Pacific Rock Moss is like the paragon of summer fragrances, like so bright and aromatic and zesty. And then, of course, you have some heavier fragrances for fall and winter, like Purple Suede, right? I think for me personally, that's going to be one of the best fall and winter fragrances by Goldfield and Banks. But Mystic Bliss is such a great all year round type of a fragrance. The versatility is there. You can dress it up, dress it down. It has enough charisma and pizzazz on account of the pink pepper and the cardamom and that touch of incense. Again, nothing strong. But it also has those bright, agreeable, amicable, genial elements on account of the fig and the ORRIS. Please try it. It's a really interesting fragrance. I'm going to drop all of the links down below, not affiliate links, but if you're interested in discovering it or getting a sample, I will be dropping the links down below to where you can find it at an authorized retailer. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. So first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, I've smelled fig in fragrances before. I've smelled iris in fragrances before. But truth be told, this is a beautiful combination of all of those, a little spicy, a little creamy, a little ambery, a little sweet, but it has a very complex personality that I enjoy. Longevity, about 8 hours on my skin, which is very good. Projection within an arm's length for the first hour, hour and a half of application. It has that initial diffusiveness, which I really like about all Goldfield and Banks fragrances. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 6, a skin scent right around hour 8. In terms of the versatility, you can dress it up, dress it down, perfectly unisex any time of the year. Probably the most versatile fragrance that the brand has made. Like I said, Purple Suede, great for cold weather. Pacific Rock Moss, great for the hotter weather. And, Ingenious Ginger, great for those intermediary seasons, fall and maybe spring. But this one all year round. And as far as the presentation is concerned, everything from the name to the color, and it almost has like this sparkling appeal on the bottle here. It's a really nice presentation. My final verdict on this fragrance is, I think it's one of the most versatile fragrances that the brand has manufactured. It has a very addictive smell. It's a compliment-getting aroma. And of course, it all depends on how you wear it, but I really, really enjoy it. I love the complexity. I love the agreeability of this fragrance. So please give it a shot if you haven't already done so. There you have it, my review on the brand new Mystic Bliss by Goldfield and Banks. And you have the opportunity to participate in the giveaway. Follow the first link down below to seflaban.com. Best of luck, everybody. I'm rooting for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you took anything of value from this video, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and give the video a thumbs up. Thank you again so much for tuning in. I love you all, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new episode. Bye.